All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope you were able to catch your breath after the nuttiness that has been games 1 and 2 tonight. But we are back with game 3 of week 9, going to be One Trick Ponies versus the Pot of Greed. Both teams currently on 3-game winning streaks and looking very solid right now. So, whew. Here we go, boys. Into the draft. So, these guys not wasting any time here. Some pretty standard bands coming out.
Yeah, nothing too unusual coming here. Graves band, Ziggs band, those are two. I mean, Pot of Greed's been playing those champs anytime they can get them. Katarina's been a perma ban. We saw TD Garbage have a really solid game on Nocturne last week.
Yeah, TD Garbage, he's arrived. He's drawn bands.
Yeah, he's done it, boys.
I'm proud of the boy. He's ascended from
yeah
trailer dick garbage to just like trailer dick meth addict.
Yep.
That's an upgrade, man, because then at least you're human.
Yeah, for a little bit. But yeah, so, and then Ezreal ban targeted at camera, and I like the Zyra ban here. Hook Resets has been playing Zyra every week since OTB has had like their come to form, their second wind here, and take him off that. That's been like the only thing he's played. So, really liking that ban.
Yeah, agreed completely. When a team's on a 3-game winning streak, just start taking away the things they've been playing, and that Zyra Ashe lane will not be available for them. So, and Pot of Greed gonna go with some lane bully, picking up the Caitlyn Braum here. So, a lot of chips in on camera. I like it.
I mean, that's honestly like that's there is zero surprises with this draft so far. Hook Resets plays Thresh. Babyblade has been permanently picking Ahri ever since. That's what he's like found it works for him.
He did play Syndra 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
and he played it a few times on their losing streak as well.
I know he played on their losing streak, but I mean, like during like this winning spree, he's been playing Ahri mostly.
Yeah, he's had one Ziggs game every other week. Has been either Syndra or Ahri.
Yeah, he's having a lot of success on it. Had like 2 really good games on it now. And Ashe is what Hibbs has been playing in AD carry. Caitlyn's like Cameron's go-to pick recently, and Braum is Destiny's go-to pick. So like right now, it's like just straight. These teams are just grabbing what they grab most weeks.
Yeah, Cameron played Caitlyn 3 of the last 4, and it's been it's been pretty good.
It's been pretty solid.
You can count on him. He's gonna die once in lane like an idiot. You gotta
the camera special.
It's part of the camera package. Like you gotta take the good with the bad. And Pot of Greed picking up Jarvan that will presumably be for my boy, the purple, the pickle pie, in the top lane. And can I just take a moment to call out Gabe O'Neill, whose Twitch name is Purple Pickle Some Numbers, and then there's Purple Pickle Pie, whose Twitch name is Purple Pickle Pie. I got so confused in one of the last games when they were both talking in Twitch chat.
Oh man. No, that's also a nice flex pick, though. We have seen Memenomics pull out some of the jungle Jarvan, not in league play, but in his solo queue and normal gameplay.
Yeah,
so
I assume that's the case.
That is a nice flex pick.
Yes, and I really like that Pot of Greed laying down the Poppy ban. I assume Echo's going to be the next ban here. They're putting some hard pressure on the win to... Yep, the Echo ban coming
punish
out.
him for trying to get some more information on picking his top pick. Just rip away 2 of his best champs.
Absolutely. They kind of knew on the win they were kind of counting on him to be timid to pick early, and they were right, because there were a lot of priority picks that OTB wanted to see.
And this is like this right here is like the huge reason why picking a flex pick in the first half can be so big, because if they banned if they ban 2 top laners, you'd be like, yeah, I already have my top laner. Pick any jungler you want. If they ban 2 junglers, he's like, here, take your jungler, and then Purple has free reign of whatever else to play in the top lane. Like, the addition of the second ban phase has made, like, priority flex picks in the first 3 just that much stronger.
We're going to see something new coming out of Phoenix Blaze here. Going to be Vel'Koz, which, he's much as people who are his biggest fan. Ziggs and Vel'Koz.
Yeah, dude. I mean... they're both pretty similar champs, just
yeah.
Both are like backline mages that try to keep back and like lay out pretty consistent deeps. Have a pretty game-changing ultimate.
Yeah, but the Velka is probably a little less safe, but a little more reward potential than the Ziggs, so a little more pressure on Phoenix Blaze than we've seen in some of the other weeks, I would think. But it still definitely works in the context of how these guys like to play. So One Trick Brony is deliberating how to close things out here, and not too surprising, on the wind, gonna go back to Irelia. That's just an all-time on the wind classic.
It really is.
And Purple Pickle Pie is fine with that. That's the pick he wanted to see.
Yeah, no, I think Jarvan and Aurelia is pretty solid for Jarvan. Yeah, they're going to see the jungle Gragas coming out.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yep.
Let me tell you guys about post-traumatic stress disorder. You may have seen a video once of 30, don't laugh.
This is Swift's trigger,
PTSD
everyone.
is very serious. There's a video. It's on video of me getting a great cataclysm. Craig knocks them all out immediately. We would have won the game right there. We still won the game though, so it wasn't too big of a deal.
God. Oh man.
Please don't goddamn it me. PTSD is very serious. I've watched that clip like honestly 20 times.
These two weren't on the receiving end of that game.
Yeah, that's true. You fucking lost after we made that play.
I know. Every fight involved you and the rest of your team fucking like blowing 5 flashes and jumping on my asshole.
Hey, you know what? If you're gonna fucking... Did you see what you were wearing?
Dude, I thought it was really cute. It looked really nice, and yeah. Then you guys just put it to me. I really didn't appreciate that.
You deserved it.
God damn it. I'm the one who's trying to play it off as PTC. Now you're shaming me. You're a monster. But let's get back to some League of Legends. Also, I just realized Memenomics changed his name. Or is that not Memenomics?
That explain. I was like looking for him on my friends list to send him a message, and I couldn't find him. I was like, "Am I not friends with Meme? That's weird."
Yeah. All right.
All right, well, that explains that.
Yeah. Let's like talk about something like these this draft here. Honestly, I'm really surprised you picked the Vel'Koz into the Ahri. I mean, I would definitely prefer to be the Ahri in that matchup the majority of the time.
Yeah, and I think Beyblade would too, because he's been playing very well lately, and just he's been on a roll with that Ahri. He looks very comfortable. Maybe gonna have to buy a Ahri statue to go with his Katarina at this rate. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a matter of Phoenix Blaze has a small champion pool. You know, he is
part of it.
One of the kind of weak links on that Pot of Greed team. I mean, that Pot of Greed team has some very weak links, but Purple and Camer can hold a lot of things together.
Yeah, that's a really strong 2-player combination.
To answer the question in Twitch chat, Zeticus, Waifu Superstar is playing right now, as you can see the Gragas Jarvan on your right. I just threatened to meme. I was like, if you knock them all out of Based Gods Purple's Katas. So, I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't want anyone to live through that.
I actually like both of these comps overall. I
agree with that.
Like, Gragas is actually pretty solid against Warwick. He has like a range. He has like 2 good ways to break up the Warwick ult. And he's also just like another good solid frontliner. The big thing to watch is, like you said, he has to be very careful about when he's using the Exploding Cast, because it can either be really good for his team or really, really bad, like blowing them away from like Vel'Koz and Jarvan.
Yeah, I think he's going to want to more use it as a disengage ult a lot of the time. You know, that Ahri or the Warwick or the Irelia are going to be playing aggressively in fight scenarios. You can just say, like, nah.
Yeah, that or like a flanking maneuver to like scatter the team and then let Jarvan use it, but like you're gonna either want to be using it. Like, you gotta communicate. This will be definitely on them to either have good game sense or good communication on like when they're using those ults. kind of interested with this OTB team. Like, they have really strong pick potential with, like, Warwick, Ari, Ashe, lots of pick. Thresh as well has got pretty good pick potential, and, like, the Ari split pushes. They're both just kind of, like, pretty well-balanced teams all over.
Yeah.
Just have a little bit of different, like, strengths. Like, the POG team has a bit better of, like, just a straight-up 5v5 team fight where you just slam your faces into each other, but
they've
OTB
got
has better pick.
The purple cammer 2v5 combo back together, so
Yeah.
that's a nice backup win condition.
Yeah, good CC from both these teams. Like, both of them have a lot of CC as well.
So, looking at these two teams,
Actually, something that to be worried about. Go on first.
I was going to say, the matchup of the game, that's definitely got to be Camera versus Hibbs, right?
I'd say so. Hibbs has been really solid for this, like, revitalized OTB. Him and Hooker have been making a lot of plays.
Yeah, and I don't know if we've been saying it as much on stream, but I really feel like there has to be a lot of pressure on Hibbs on this team. You know, there was a lot of hype about the diamond, and on the loser he was, oh, Hibbs is so boosted, and then he finally roll swaps to 80 carry, and he's been playing, you know, his 3 best games of the split probably, and they're winning more importantly. And then obviously Cammer's Cammer.
Yeah. Something I kind of realized also is that this POG team is like a really solid like siege setup against them actually. That I could see OTP having some difficulty dealing with if they fall behind. They do have the Astro as long as they're even, where they can like force them engage, but like Felkaz has got good poke, Caitlyn, Braum, and Gragas are all like really solid at setting up that siege. But so there's gonna be a lot of like going back to that matchup, there's a lot of pressure on Hibbs to do well this game. Like, not even just like for himself, but he has to have good Ashe arrows. They're gonna really make or break this game.
Yeah, well, I've seen bad Ashes land a lot of arrows, so fingers crossed for Hibbs he can keep it up. Handle some of that FlyQuest all-tech. In case you didn't see Game 4 of that series when FlyQuest was in the process of reverse sweeping CLG, all-tech was sick.
Whoa, wait, hello, hey, we're talking about Game 3, Week 9 SBL here. Thanks.
Sorry, I just like to draw the comparisons for things I know people have seen.
Do you think we'll see any more reverse sweeps? Like how CLG got reverse swept?
No, because TSM's going to lose Game 1.
The good old strats.
It's the master plan.
Yeah.
I hope we see some reverse sweeps in the SBL because I believe the only one that's ever happened was the team I drafted. So, let's not talk about that. That never. No, there was no season 8. You're right. Thank you. Fuck you, 30. Welcome to. All right, so we are in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not going to be a blue side blitzcrank to blue balls with no invade for a 3rd straight game. And just going to be a split defense out of both teams.
Yeah, nothing too fancy going on here.
Man. Feels so nice not to have a pause.
I know. Dude, that game was... I'm sure it was rough for you guys as well watching, but it was rough being in the game with it.
Yeah, it's, I'm used to, it's been under the new regime, we've always been running late, so I'm used to going pretty late. So it wasn't too big of a deal.
Yeah.
Level 1. What a beautiful level.
I know, right? Oh no.
And these dogs, they leash for so long.
Yeah, no, big leashes for both the junglers. We're gonna see him go through pretty healthy clears. Dude, he even gets a leash on his 2nd camp, he stays so long. Holy moly. Truly the dream.
I've had nightmares about that, where like I accidentally leashed that long. I would never do that in a real game.
Yeah, we're actually going to see a Cammer failed Destiny lane getting pushed in pretty heavily already. Definitely not going to be getting level 2 first because of that.
Yeah, and they also are at Ignite disadvantage. Hook resets does have the Ignites, so we'll see. They could turn that into a play of some sort. As Hook resets going forward for the play on the Destiny, then the hook on the Destiny is very, very low. He has to flash.
Now, there's the level 2 doing work. Hit level 2 right before.
That was really embarrassing on Destiny. It's not like this is his first game of support, man.
Yeah.
People have been trying to rush level 2 for years, and now Cammer also making mistakes. Eats the play, eats the hook, and
the
has to go
exhaust.
down onto him. So many resources blown by this POG bot lane. And these guys,
Oh
they
my
just
god.
they like getting traded on.
They just get flayed. They walk up, flay. Rinse, repeat. Ooh,
Man,
lots of damage going on the Phoenix plays, though.
Flashing
Get the
Hellfire
barrier
still
out
here.
of him.
You know, I just think I had a realization. You know how
Yeah.
we always are like, why does Camera always take these trades and just die occasionally?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen Parks and Recreation?
I've not, I've seen a little bit of it, but not a lot.
Oh, well, we don't have time for Parks and Recreation because Zachary coming in onto the Beyblade here in the mid lane. A lot of damage getting dropped on as he's looking for a flash. Gonna get it. Now, TD Garbage is showing up, trying to get some damage down 1v2. Gonna be disengaged just for 2 flashes there out of one trick bronies.
Yeah, that second
Now-
flash was not necessary.
In the bot lane,
Bot lane things.
yeah, Cameron and Destiny are losing the Kate lane.
Yeah. Hooker Set's been doing a lot of work.
Yeah, he's going off, and him and Hebs are positioning very, very well in this lane. And Cameron Destiny, you know, people say, oh, you know, you kind of talk up like how big of an impact losing level 1 can have. Well, no, like this has really been entirely set up by losing level 1. And
Yeah, dude.
as a result of their long leash, this is why people say they don't like to leash for ridiculous amounts of time. And Purple, he is playing with fire in that top lane.
Yeah, really nice turnaround from Win there. Just saw him do the E, try to get onto him.
And now
Nice
yet
cooldown, man.
another flay, forcing the flash out of Cameron. That is 3 summoners down for the POG bot lane. As Destiny, a lot of duress here, but Zachary coming in, gonna try to force some flashes, and he gets one out of him, gets out of hook resets as well. And now Thor showing up. This has just been constant action. Everywhere. Oh no, failed Destiny! He takes the hook! He's trying to jump up, but the Ignite tick gonna secure first blood for the Thresh. And oh.
Oh, close calls all around.
This is another universe where there's like 8 kills. Already.
I know. That game would be way more exciting. But
So
what I want to
let's.
also point out is that we're seeing a very large.
Hips? Somebody quick, question mark pick him. That was sad.
Yeah.
And now Purple. This is the EQ.
What? Okay.
Him and Phoenix apparently wanted to go for a fight there.
Neat. I mean, TD Garbage was level 4, so he's not gonna be doing too much.
Sometimes your mind says no. Your mind says yes, but your body says no.
Yeah. But we're starting to see a lot of CS leads coming up. Both the top lane. Top lane is pretty even, like with how the waves are gonna crash. But we're gonna see a decent like lead already developing. First Sinister Beyblade, having another really solid RE game here.
Yeah. Beyblade been a really big part of this turnaround for OTB.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot better, which has been really, really big for them.
The one thing to keep an eye on here, Cameron, he's currently sitting on a lot of gold, just shy of 2K, so he's going to be careful on any of these trades as he's not yet spent.
Yeah, well, when he gets to go back and buy, though, that'll be a very big change of pace for him. He'll be...
Yeah, and he's
I guess
playing...
definitely in Hibbs, hooks resets to keep him in the lane as long as they can.
Yeah, and they shouldn't really have a say, and Cameron, yeah, he's now going to recall as Destiny going to even body block here if necessary. And, God.
Oh!
Just walk out, man. Just walk out. And recall. Cameron did not get this far without a little green.
Yeah, Hibbs is going to hit 6 here real soon, though. Yeah. There's Cameron deciding that they're going to back farther up.
Just kidding, dude. He's got to find one more wave under his stick.
Yeah, you got it.
And ooh, in the mid lane, Sinister Beyblade going forward, dodges out of the knockup, forces the flash barrier, and still gets the kill. Now Cameron takes the hook, takes the flay, under a lot of pressure here, but Hibbs always is a machine for stepping onto those Yordle snap traps. Now he eats the stun. Ignite goes down onto Cameron, but it's not going to change a thing. No, it could matter because now TD Garbage is here. He's going to pick up the kill on the Cameron, but they are probably fine with that 1-for-1. And that was a 1-for-1 scenario where Cameron was still sitting on his Doran's blade. And now in this top lane, Purple Pickle Pie is taking a lot of damage, goes for a Cataclysm, but gonna die dropping it. Whew.
Ooh, man. Yeah. That was that's huge. They just won every single lane fight. They won even in bot, and then they picked up a win in top and mid.
The other two, yeah. And yeah, the one I want to talk about is top lane, because I wanted to say something a moment ago, before the kill even, but we are not going to have a chance. Zachary forced to flash out of the enemy jungle here, but he does secure the blue. But yeah, I'm really surprised. This is one of the very rare times we've seen Purple just straight up lose a lane, and it's not a particularly bad matchup for him either.
Yeah, no, as far as I know, it's a pretty skill matchup, skill-based matchup, right?
It kind of follows the curve of what both of their average curve follows, where Jarvan leads early, and if he doesn't get too much of a lead, then Irelia does Irelia things after.
Okay.
So Wind is in a very good place here.
Yeah, and Ari is just snowballing this lead even farther in the mid lane. Phoenix Way is having a really rough time.
Yeah, Jesus, that is already about a 900 gold lead in the mid lane. 900 gold at 10 minutes, and there's the hook flash on the arrow. Sorry, Cameron getting cammed as Kibbs is going to secure the kill there. Now they're jumping forward on the Destiny. The Infinite Duress coming out. Destiny not going anywhere. A double kill for Iroh Hibbs.
OTB looking real solid here.
Yeah, man, he might want to rename to Cam Girl after the way he just got fucked on screen. As Purple Pickle Pie, oh man, gonna miss the knock of his Beyblade, looking to Beyblade him. That was dumb.
That was real bad. That was really bad.
You gotta say thinking with the bat, and Zachary going forward on the Beyblade here. This is just a cloud fiesta as Phoenix Blade is going down. Hibbs getting hooked in, and gonna be a double kill for OTB, who now lead 9-2 and almost 4,000 gold.
And they're gonna take this tower. They're getting first brick here too. They might get 2 towers. On the Wind's been pushing top lane this whole time. Oh yeah, now he's gonna force the teleport out of purple.
Yeah, and Destiny coming in, trying to defend this tower, does not know his own limits. He is now 0, 3, and 1. And the first brick is still going to go down to the one-trick Bronies, who have a 5,000 gold lead in 11 minutes.
Holy crap.
And Purple and Cameron are both down substantial amounts of gold in their individual matchups.
Yeah. No, this is pretty much when you're writing the textbook recipe for how POG loses games, this is it.
No, this is
actually
the
no.
textbook. This is the advanced
Yeah, sorry.
You're at Hogwarts. This is the book you had to like steal from the library from the restricted section of like.
Yeah.
This could maybe happen if you sacrifice the living man.
Yeah. Sorry. This is a textbook way to say they have no chance normally, because yeah, normally it's the rest of them too the rest of the team struggling, as Purple and Camera do their damnedest to try and carry, but this time the carries aren't carrying. Crisis mode.
And this is gonna be a rough game for them to be behind in.
Yeah.
Whew.
But this is the SBL. Anything can happen, and probably will happen. So.
I don't know, man. These one-trick bronies, these last 3 weeks, they've just been so crisp. Their communication has been so good. And now Zachary getting caught out in his own jungle is look at one-trick bronies. They're just in the right place together. They are playing Team League of Legends so well on this winning streak.
Yeah, no, they've been playing really solid.
These guys are not going to be long for this world. Destiny is taking so much damage. The Ignite goes down. It's going to
That's going to get him.
And it's going to get him. And now TD Garbage coming in for the tower dive onto poor Camber. Please, be careful. He's underage.
This is really, OTB has been playing phenomenally here. Great rotations, good vision control, being in the right place at the right time.
There's literally not a single player on Pot of Greed that is outplaying their opponent right now.
No. At first, Camera might have been, like, as, like,
yeah, it was
close,
kills, but,
like, no, not anymore.
6,000 at 14.
Yeah, that's a gold lead. This is like one of those points in a solo queue game when you're like, I don't even care shit. My team could try to throw it and we'll probably win this one. But solo queue's a little bit more tilt-oriented sometimes, so...
Yeah, fortunately for the one-trick bronies, they do not have a Darshan on their team.
Nope.
To potentially jump in 1v5 and throw this game away. It's a reference to what Darshan did. It was a big throw if you caught the CLG FlyQuest series over the weekends. If you didn't, I would really recommend watching Game 5. God, I'm gonna eat shit if TSM loses this weekend.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fantastic.
I know. But until then, we get the Torment 30, and you just
it's
have
not
to
just
listen.
30. There's so many CLG.
But I get
like
to hear
Torment
30.
Are dozens of us.
Yeah, there's like almost half the league is CLG fans. It's absurd.
Yeah. I know, but I get to hear 30's immediate reactions, which is what make it really entertaining.
You know, I mean,
yeah.
We're not gonna have much to talk about in this game. Maybe we'll have to analyze CLG a little further. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Stop. The boy has suffered enough. Well, no more tears for you, but there's still gonna be, I'm guessing, 4 minutes and 20 seconds of tears coming out of this Pot of Greed team before they're able to splash FF.
Slash FF.
Look at the positives. The lead hasn't grown in the last 2 minutes. Only 6k at 16.
You know, it's way better than 6k at 14. But...
Exactly, it's...
I mean... Well, yeah, no, still not a good spot. This is definitely... OTB are 100% in the driver's seat and get to choose the pace for this game. I imagine we'll probably see this top tower going down fairly soon as we start seeing members rotate up over it for it.
Yeah, and this pick comp out of one-trick bronies, once they have the entire line of tier 1 turrets down, they're going to be able to do disgusting things to Pot of Greed.
I mean, you don't even, you just really just need a turret down, like...
Yeah, and he whips the easy hook! It's not going to matter, though, because Hibbs picks up his 5th of the game, and that should turn into this tower here for the one-trick bronies. As, oh, no, actually, maybe Phoenix is there in time to try and save this. As Hibbs
But they might, I don't know, that tower's going pretty low. If they take that down, they might be able to get the fight they want.
Oh, and Zachary not going to quite hit the... Oh, no. Destiny has suffered enough as he takes another hook. And now Beyblade coming in on the flank, putting down a ton of damage on the guys underneath this tower. Phoenix Blaze putting down as much damage as he can. And that full Vel'Koz ult not going to do a thing.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of health bars that are really low. But at the end of the day, they're going to lose the fight. And then the tower...
Who's playing the worst on Pot of Greed right now?
Either Destiny, actually. I'd say Destiny.
Can we rank them 1 to 5?
Yeah, we could do that. So like we're power ranking.
I agree. Destiny is like
Yeah.
shitting the bed, not wearing his Depends right now.
Yeah.
After Destiny,
yeah.
yeah, I gotta agree. I think Purple would be my number 2.
Yeah.
And
then
that's a shame.
Camper's definitely number 5.
Yes, completely agree.
I
think it's Destiny, Gap, Purple, Gap, and then it's really close between Phoenix and Zachary.
Yeah.
But I would probably say Phoenix third.
Yeah, probably.
But I mean, Zachary, he is playing in Gragas and like he didn't get a single gank down
Yeah,
early.
he hasn't had any pressure on. Is a big problem, and he's not looking too good right now.
Yeah, he's getting flanked on all sides. He does not have a flash available, and he is given the unstoppable 5th kill to Sinister Beyblade, who is between some turrets. Sorry, between where his turret used to be.
Yeah, they got that a long time ago. That was like 6 minutes ago.
Yeah, actually, the more I think on it, I'll give Zachary third.
Yeah, Zachary that play kind of solidified it. But yeah, no, Zachary third, Phoenix fourth, Camera fifth. Camera is leaps and bounds behind where everyone else is, for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those games where it's like, you can, in your head be like, well, there's things I did wrong, but there were just so many other things that
they
went wrong
weren't. They are far from the deciding factor, though.
Yeah,
they definitely could be playing better.
If you're bot agreed, honestly, you just throw away this bot. You don't watch this one, as Purple gonna give up his flash for no reason. But yeah, short of some miraculous comeback that I would not put my money down on.
We have seen larger leads thrown, but
yeah, but most of those involve Master Splinter.
Yeah, the majority do involve Master Splinter, and also the majority of them involve like the lead not coming this fast, or it's only in one lane.
Yes.
It's not the entire team being this far ahead.
Exactly. This is a very different type of lead, and instead of Master Splinter, Pot of Greed has Zachary.
Yeah, like a 4K lead on like a 3K lead on one champion versus like a 6K lead on a whole, like an 8K lead on a whole team. Real big difference. Like when no one on your team can singly fight anyone on the other team.
The lead is 5K.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like even like a 3K lead on a single hero, it can be really big. But it's rough when no one on your team can fight anyone on the other team.
Oh, and Destiny gonna do his best failed Destiny. Ooh, maybe he's gonna walk out.
Yeah, that was Beyblade messing up there actually pretty badly.
Yeah, he's imitating his favorites already, Thrifty Senpai.
Yeah, that's fair, dude. I played pretty garbo last game.
Don't worry, dude. Once you retire, you'll never be able to play bad again.
That's fair.
The secret, man. I went out on top.
Third place isn't top.
Top was second team All-Star, dude.
You've never been second team All-Star.
As TD Garbage gonna get caught out there.
There we go.
Probably one of the worst places that pick could have gone, given that Cameron and Purple were both there.
Yeah.
But
beggars cannot be choosers. You will take what you can fucking get at this point.
yeah, it all starts with a kill. Man, oh jeez, and so OTB, they've got the double Earth too. I'm gonna like, it's gonna feel bad when you see them take like the 24-minute Baron. As Beyblade gonna just casually get a kill on camera with an assist from his boy.
Yeah, that Ash Arrow.
And
that
Wind's coming in really aggressssively. He is very deep onto this Vel'Koz, but Beyblade following him in. They're just trying to drop some AoE damage, but I think they've actually gone too deep here. Although Beyblade gonna take the Vel'Koz first, and now he makes a play, gets out with his flash, and now Hook Resets misses the flash hook, but it's still a 1-for-2 in favor of OTB.
What a clowny fight.
Yeah. I mean, there were a lot of flashes blown by the bronies there.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Yeah. That was something that started off really clean and then just kind of petered off downhill after.
Yeah, I think they're getting a little hypey, but ooh, another big hook lands. They put so much damage on with those, and now the hips is going to be done. Right, a kill on a Beyblade.
I don't know why their shill's trying to stick around. They're not going to get them off of this tower, and they're just sitting now at lower health. Yep. And now you get picked.
Honestly, this is one of those deficits that's so big that almost no one actually knows what to do with it. Like, everyone has, like, most people have, like, some general vague plan for what you do when you're losing a game. But when you're losing this bad...
Yeah.
I think I'm one of the best shot callers I've ever known, and, like, I just am like, well, we fucking...
You fucking fanatic push, like, a billion times and hope it gets there. But instead, you're gonna get Ash arrowed into some really nice thresh play.
Yeah, man.
And,
when my team's losing like this, I usually don't fanatic push. I'm normally just like dead silent tilt, wait for my teammates to get picked so I can passively aggressively say something. I'm on to the next game. I'm not gonna lie. As I want to know how many people Wind can take by himself. As we might find out here, it's Wind and some Baron creeps doing what they can.
The answer is about almost one.
Take Hammer out of that, he would have gotten like 2 kills.
But yeah, you know, OTB might be paying attention to our boys' FlyQuest though. If they win this one, they are 1 game away from getting their 5-5 reverse sweep of the regular season.
Yeah, that's really, really incredible. I know. I was saying the entire first round robin about how like, oh, maybe it could happen. They shouldn't give up. I did not think they had this gear in them.
No, I did not either. But I am really pleased to see they am.
Hooker Sets is a god.
Yeah, dude, Hooker Sets has been playing out of his mind this game. Like...
Yeah, it's gonna be a really tough MVP between... That's Hooker Sets, bro.
What is this? The hooks, the fucking lanterns. They don't stop. They always come. More stars. I don't know, dude. You say it's tough, but I am in love with this Thresh play.
Yeah, but that Sinister Beyblade is 10-0-4, man. Like...
No, Beyblade's also been having a really solid game. I honestly think you cannot go wrong giving an MVP vote to either of them at this point.
Yeah, I know SBL voters tend to have such a hard-on for giving it to supports. I think good chance Hook's gonna get it. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, it's it is tough. I mean, fuck. Maybe we should just give it to Failed Destiny.
I actually asked last week. I was like, "Do I have to vote for the winning team when I give it?" Yes, you do have to vote for the MVP. The MVP has to come from the winning team.
Yeah, it's a debate that comes up in sports occasionally, and I think it's best that way.
Yeah, it tends to be.
There was a series, the NBA Finals a few years ago, where a lot of members of the media were legitimately discussing whether they could give LeBron the MVP when he lost the finals. As nope. TD Garbage, he calculated that.
We good. We
He's
good.
A smart trash bin.
No worries.
Man,
and the hooks. Like, what is this actual? Ooh, nice charm. That's gonna be a dead
the
camera.
enchanted crystal arrow kill. Purple going for the final fight of the game, but he's getting scared out of it. Oh, this is...
Yeah.
Man, just FF this. All you're doing is tilting yourself at this point. No, I probably wouldn't
How many
FF this,
FFs have we actually seen in SBL history?
We've seen some, but it's been a while.
I can only think of like 2.
I FF'd game 3 of the finals once.
Wait, you what?
I FF'd the game 3 of the finals once, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like literally 20-minute FF in the last game of the championship round. So I don't know. Nothing will ever be that bad again, probably.
Oh!
Hey, purple gets a kill. Oh, nice.
That was a nice dunk. But the hooks, they don't stop. And down goes Camera. Triple kill for Hibbs.
Man, Thresh needs a skin where, like, every time he lands a consecutive hook, it plays, like, a slightly louder sound.
I don't know, dude. We'd be deaf after this one.
It would
like,
be great.
It'd just be like fucking nuclear bombs going off in your headset with how many hooks this guy's landed in a row.
Yeah, you know, if you guys know anyone that plays League of Legends that's suffering from erectile dysfunction and likes Thresh, just show them this fucking game.
Yeah. And we're going to see the 18k gold lead, possibly. Yeah, we're going to see double in him. But 3 Earth Dragons. I'm signing off. Oh, man.
You want to talk about CLG some more?
I don't know what else to
Dude,
talk
no,
about.
let's talk about.
Let's talk about Cloud9 Phoenix One. That's gonna be a really fun series.
That'll be a fun series. I'm excited to watch that.
That should be really good. There are so many fucking good players on both of those teams, and I love talking because I know so many people that are like very, very casually LCS fans that like don't realize how good Phoenix One is.
Phoenix One is real good.
Yeah, the only hiccup is that they had to put in a new support like 2 weeks ago, and then they just shit on Dignitas to like the greatest degree possible. So clearly that worked out. Did you see that interview where Lod was like, "Yeah, we're not worried about Phoenix One. It's going to be an easy win. They're literally not even on our radar."
Yeah.
And it was like a 2-minute long interview of him just saying that. Holy shit! To say that and then to like literally 0-3 feed bot lane the entire series. That's rough, man. That's like. Lod was like Zach of that series. He talks so much shit, like, bro, you're not Someday, you're not Chaser, you're not allowed to talk.
Fucking just put down.
It was, I would have been mad, but I mean, Someday, maybe his English isn't good, so he didn't realize what Lod was saying, you know? That'd have been for the best. But fuck, I'm so ready to watch Sneaky versus Arrow.
Are they using Meteos as a sixth
don't
player,
even-
or is Inori like back?
No
in
one knows.
officially.
Triggered.
No one knows.
Yeah, Inori, he played really well though.
Yeah, he played really well.
Yeah.
And I was, my jaw, the only pick I really strongly disagreed with on the all LCS teams was Meteos making third team. Because, I think if you only play in half your team's games, you shouldn't, like, unless you're just literally faker, you should not really have a good chance of qualifying. And I didn't even think Meteos was, like, that fantastic when he played. Like, he was good enough, but there were multiple junglers I would have rather seen get the award. And then for me to like spend a bunch of time criticizing him for that, and then him just to be benched for the entire Dignitas series was a riot for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, tell Purple hit up the boy Madam Strip. He's been in Thailand.
Yeah. Wait, if he's in Thailand next week, that means that POG's got to play again. No Purple versus Coffee House.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was brought up a long time ago.
yeah, I
It
didn't know
was,
they were doing
but
this in a regular
it's
season
much
game
more.
too.
It's way more relevant right now.
No, I'm saying that I wouldn't let him play without Purple.
Wait, what?
They know he knew about that like 2 months in advance. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I mean we would delay it a week if needed.
All right, 1 sec. I am making contact with one of the players about this.
Wait, what's going on?
I told Purple he should FF, and he's like, "Is that fine?"
Yes.
Yeah. I don't. They're paused because they said someone has a headset issue. What is the pause reason here?
Headset issue.
Yeah, just that's what I thought. This game is decided. Honestly.
Yeah. Fun fact. What was that one game that it had to be remade? It was an EU game. Had to be remade. I think Rockhead might have been in it.
Yeah, it was a because of an Aatrox bug.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
No. Yeah, it was. It was an Aatrox
no, it was
bug.
Oriana Ball. They couldn't see. Or am I thinking of another bug?
That was another one in EU. EU's had their good choices.
No, I'm not talking about the. I'm not talking about the
one
Aatrox bug from a
recently.
super long time ago.
It
this
was
split.
Oriana. It was
Yeah.
Oriana.
Yeah, and they decided to remake, even though one team had like a very decisive like 15k gold lead and like 3 dragons and a baron. An LCS referee can actually decide the game's over based on how big the lead is. So they could have said that game was over. Like I would say this game's over if we don't resolve this in like 10 minutes. So holy shit, dude.
Oh yeah, 1 second. I'm talking to Purple right now.
Yeah.
Right, it was originally us talking about Thailand's, and then
Yeah.
switched gears.
That is fair. So wait, if Purple's missing, so how if he's gonna be gone for a week, he's just missing next week?
And then I think there's going to be a 1 week delay for the playoffs.
But going or based on how the game's
Yeah.
gone, I
Purple's
believe
team
that
qualifies.
that's A, and then B, I imagine there's going to be more than one tiebreaker at this rate.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll
They'll
see.
figure
But
things out
yeah,
tonight.
DSA losing kind of throws a lot of tiebreakers into the mix now. And
Yeah.
actually, OTB winning both of those games tonight have made
Yeah,
tiebreakers.
because we have a two-way tie for first,
All right,
second, then we have a 3/4.
My league's kind of bugging out, so I don't think I can tab out and check
like,
in clients, but I think they took the FF and all quit this game. And
I'll look real
Meme
quick.
is the only person in his team's channel, so I feel pretty right about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I have it right here. It's blue teams wins 30-50.
Alright.
all right. Well, I'll just wait till the end of the game so I can show this screen, end of game screen.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll see if we can
Yep,
get
I'm resuming for.
perfecto.
Here, little fun fact while we're waiting for this thing. We're gonna play a guessing game, Swift. How many champions do you think Thresh did more damage than?
Oh god.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everyone
All
except
in three.
Cameron.
Everyone except Cam. How much did you think, 30?
Yeah, everyone. I think
Everyone
Cam-
on the opposing team but Cameron?
Yes.
What if I told you he outdamaged someone on his own team as well?
TD garbage.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, the number was 4. He almost did. He did 300 less damage than Cameron.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. The Thresh Prince.
Jesus.
He's just
God.
so comfortable on this champion. Like, it is beautiful.
Do we have
I
to
love
open
it.
an investigation for account sharing? What the fuck? This guy is crazy.
This is why he's hook resets. 3-second resets for days.
Yeah. Okay. This guy's never getting Thresh again. Rip.
Never.
Oh man. Shit.
Wow. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
That was a hell of a game.
But yeah.
Let's talk. Let's talk to a dude.
Yeah, I'm trying
I
to
want
see if I
Hook.
can. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get Hook in here, but I don't know if he's there.
User joined your channel.
Hey, is that Hook Resets?
This is Hook Resets.
Oh, well, I was
Whoa.
close. I messaged the wrong guy. Whoops.
Yeah, he told me it's fine.
What a hero. So, Mr. Resets. How many hooks did you miss that game?
Probably a lot. I
no,
mean, like,
definitely not a lot. Let's not
Yeah.
exaggerate here.
I don't know. I had a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to perform on a one trick. In the one trick Brunies, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, you were pretty sick that game.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll start with the fun question. At what point did you guys realize that game was over?
Uh, I don't think we really ever called it. As soon as the pause was, we were pretty sure it was over. As soon as the pause was, and we had like 3 inhibs, I'm like, my mentality was just to keep going and just keep driving it in and keep throwing hooks.
It definitely showed. You were merciless. Just
Thank you.
continual flays, hooks, engages.
It,
No one
it
on the
was a
team
lot
was
of
safe
fun.
from you.
Yeah, so One Trick Bronies, you guys are now on a 4-game winning streak. In a very good chance of making the playoffs. You guys gonna complete the full sweep next week versus Kickass?
That's the plan. If we do it or not, that's yet to be seen. We're just gonna do our best. And yeah, hopefully we manage to get to the playoffs. I've always wanted to play in a best of 5.
Well,
It's a lot of fun.
I now want to see you guys in the best of 5, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna be probably blatantly rooting for you when I cast a game next week. I'm not gonna lie. I made this league. I'm allowed to be biased. So, do you guys have any more questions you want to ask for our Thresh God over here, Mr. Madlife?
Yeah, so this game, you guys work together as a team really well. It was really apparent this game. Is that something you guys work on? Do you guys practice together a lot as a team?
Full 5-man, I wouldn't say we practice as much as we could just because people are busy with college lives and jobs and stuff. Me and Hibbs definitely duo a lot. We've been flex queuing, and because our flex queue ranks are so high, we've played against a ton of diamonds. So, like, it's really the level there is very high in comparison to other people's practice, I think. But in general, I was kind of surprised at how well we worked because we were just playing normal games and we were struggling so hard. Or it wasn't normals, it was flex queue. But in reality, I just think that when it comes time for SBL, everyone just takes like a quick step back and says it's time to go, and yeah.
Nice.
Right on. Yeah, well, you guys definitely earned this game. This win, that's for sure.
Thank you.
If you weren't playing against me next week, I would also say I'm rooting for you guys to make it to the best of make it in the playoffs. But
I mean, you can root for us anyway.
I
but I don't
gotta
mind.
I gotta watch out for myself, and I want to get that first seed. So
Gotcha.
Fuck you, Tim. No one wants that.
either me or West Swift, choose your poison.
No, I'm choosing the Bronies. They don't drop
Yeah.
a game in playoffs either.
Yeah, your storyline's over, Tim. I'm sorry.
No,
man.
But then
I'm
it
talking about,
happens.
I'm talking about
But-
for first seed. I didn't
but
talk about
guys,
winning this whole thing. I never
they're
win
up.
these things.
They're up 1-0 in the finals, and suddenly Hibbs breaks his hands, and my boy, the golden boy Gabe O'Neill, has to come back in to close out the finals, and he does it, Tom Brady style. That's my storyline for OTB.
Nice.
But I think that does it for us. So congrats again, Hook Resets, and looking forward to seeing you guys in a very high pressure game next week. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And that'll do it for the stream for the night, guys. So keep an eye on the page. We'll probably have a post going up at some point about all the tiebreaker scenarios and what to expect. The rule of thumb is if we have to play one tiebreaker game, it will be next week as the 4th game of the night. And if we have to play 2 or more tiebreaker games, which is a very real possibility, then we will do a week 11, which is just a tiebreaker week. So stay tuned. We'll see you then. Good luck next week. Okay, bye.